Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking into a really unique story. Amou Haji.
That's right. An Iranian man. Some people called him the dirtiest man in the world.
Right, because he didn't bathe for decades. And what we want to explore, based on an article about him, is how? How did he live so long, seemingly avoiding, serious illness?
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because it really challenges our basic ideas about hygiene and health. This article gives us quite an extreme case study.
Totally extreme. So, the basics. Born in Kermanshah province, Iran, back in 1933.
And he purportedly didn't bathe for about 65 years. 65?
Yeah. So when this article was written, he was 83, living out in the desert, alone.
Mm-hmm. Initially, in just like a hole in the ground, basically, a pit.
And there's this detail near the end of his life. Villagers apparently got him to bathe, and then he got sick.
Which is just, wow, that timing is so suggestive, isn't it? Makes you wonder, did his body adapt somehow, like profoundly?
You mean like his microbiome, all the bacteria and stuff living on him?
Exactly. Could his skin's microbiome have become, unique, maybe even protective for him in that specific environment?
It's a wild thought. The article says his reason for not bathing was a fear of water, hydrophobia.
And he never married, lived completely isolated, no real house.
And the diet. That's another thing. Eating rotten dead animals.
Yeah.
Things he foraged.
I mean, the exposure to pathogens there, it's almost unthinkable for most of us.
Right. How does your immune system even cope with that constantly?
It really pushes the boundary of what we think the human body can handle,
And then there's the smoking. He supposedly loved cigars too.
Yeah, apparently smoked like 5 cigarettes at once sometimes.
And if he didn't have those, the article mentions he'd smoke dried animal manure in an old pipe.
Okay, that level of smoke inhalation from any source, you'd expect major lung issues.
But he seemed resilient, didn't he? Which again, makes you question things.
It really does. We might just not fully grasp how adaptable a body can be under such, specific and extreme long-term conditions.
Absolutely. And the core fact, the really striking thing from the article is how long he lived. He made it to 94.
94. And reportedly healthy right up until that incident with the bath.
Exactly. So that brings us back to the main puzzle. 65 years, no bathing, covered in dirt, eating rotten food, smoking manure. How did he stay relatively healthy for so long? How did he avoid major diseases?
It has to make you think about the skin again, our first line of defense. What kind of ecosystem built up there over, 6 decades?
Could it have been so stable, so established, that it actually kept harmful bacteria out? A kind of natural shield.
It's a possibility. Maybe it outcompeted the bad stuff. It certainly poses questions about how necessary our modern, frequent hygiene practices really are, or at least if they're universally optimal.
So wrapping up, we have this incredible story of Amou Haji. Lived a long life under conditions that seem, frankly, impossible and dangerous to us.
Yeah, he definitely defied a lot of our basic assumptions about hygiene, diet, and health outcomes.
So the takeaway for you, listening, might be this. Amou Haji's case is, of course, unique. Extremely so.
But what might it hint at? About our body's resilience, the complexity of immunity, and maybe the hidden ways our environment shapes our health.
It definitely makes you think differently about our relationship with the microbes all around us, and even on us, doesn't it?
Absolutely. There's probably a lot more we don't understand there.